Hi, and welcome to our deep dive into the members table on Scouts Terrain. Today we'll go through the different functions and ways in which you can change your members table for your best use in Scouts Terrain and how to do things from the members table. If you're after further support in regards to the members table after viewing this video or having a look at our fact sheets, you can go to pr.scouts.com.au and see more of our user guides. You can access the user guides and support from our front page on Scouts Terrain. Down on the left here, the support button, of which you can also log a request for support through that support button. If you're the type of person that does better in reading components to support yourself through the use of systems, then we do have this one pager on our members table for Scouts Terrain. You can see that it goes through step by step the different components, what they do, and how to use the different components. You can find this on pr.scouts.com.au or through that support page on Scouts Terrain. So if you'd like to read about the members table, you can go over and have a look at that. We're going to run through the different functions now and take a look at our members table. So once you log in to Scouts Terrain, you'll see a few things. As a leader, as an adult leader, you should land on this leader view base camp. On the top right, it'll tell you what you're logged in as or who you're logged in as. And if you click that, you'll have your different, I suppose, roles in which you've been associated with units or groups or different tiers within the organisation. So make sure you double check what your current role or who you're currently viewing the system as, so you can make sure that you've got the right members that you're wanting to move around or reassign patrols or duties to in the members table. You can access the members table either from the base camp here or on the navigation bar over on the left-hand side. So we're going to click on the members navigation bar and we land on the members table of First Cheltenham Group, which is our one of our dummy groups in Terrain. You'll see here you've got a groups heading, a units heading and a patrols heading. We're going to step by step go through each of these components and obviously starting on our groups page here. So this will bring up all of our members in our scout group on the groups page. And from this page, you're able to filter, edit some components and generally see the members that are sitting in your group in Scouts Terrain. This is pulled from your membership database in your branches into members admin and then from a members admin into Scouts Terrain. So if there's not someone sitting in your group, chances are it's best to contact your branch to work out why they have not appeared in members admin to then appear in Scouts Terrain. You can see at the moment that it's showing me 10 per row, and I can change that from 5 all the way to all members in the group, which gives me a bigger list. Up the top, I've got membership number, first name, last name, unit section, birthday, status, and then if I scroll across using the scroll bar down the bottom, I've got the import data and not required functions. All of these components have filtering options, which I know a lot of people have been asking about. So if I drop it back down to 5 members in this view, then I can actually filter. You'll see these little arrows pop up next to components, not in the unit and section view, and we'll go through that when we're actually in the units tab in a minute. Date of birth, status. I find the most useful generally is the date of birth, because that roughly organises them per section, especially our youth members. So you can actually click through and it'll put all the members from a particular section together in order. So you can see here what sections they've been assigned to. Or you could do it by name, by last name, or membership number. So it's really, really up to you as to how you want to organise that table. You can also filter. So if I'm filtering, let's say, membership number, and I know the membership number, type it in and it pops up. Or I type in the name, it pops up. So you're able to filter via that. The units and section, they're assigned in the units table. So these aren't functional in terms of filtering from the group view, but they are from the units view, which we'll go into shortly. We also suggest that the import data or not required is left up to the unit in question that that member is currently a part of. So you will be able to access that button from this table, but you're also able to access that button from the units table. So that's a few features of the group. Then we'll go into unit. So units, this will actually have all your listed units. And when you first log into Terrain and your group's setting up, you will need to actually go through and create a unit. So for the purpose of that, we'll click the Create Unit button. And let's say it's a Ventura Scout unit, section, Ventura, save. Ventura Scout unit created, done. And if we go all, we'll see that unit just here. So that's how easy it is to create a unit. We'll go over here. So we've got the rename function for the unit or the delete. If you delete a unit, it's not going to delete the members within that unit. What it's going to do is push them back into floating space, I suppose, within the group. And then you can recreate a unit or reassign them to different units. Or if you want to rename, that's obviously just going to rename the heading here in the bar, and it'll rename when you actually pop up. So if the unit name changes, you go from the Ventura Scout unit to first we'll put Ventura Scout unit, then you can actually change the name within the table. Similarly before, you have the scroll function or you have the drop down function where you can filter. So if I filter by 5, filter by all, they're all sitting there. All right, let's select a unit to go into. Hope there's some members in there. There's no members within this unit. However, what you can see is another one of our functions here. As we've kind of gone along and navigated through, you can navigate back to components of the members table through this top left bar as well. So you can select on the unit button up the top. Let's go. Scout unit, excellent. There we go. A few members sitting in the Scout unit number 1 in this group. So you'll see the name and the section in which the unit has been assigned up on the top left. Also, you've still got those navigation options. You've got the add unit member up here, and we'll go through that shortly. But on here, same as the group table, membership number, first name, last name. Here you'll have a duty. So the duty will drop down to Scout, so they're a youth member within the system. Unit leader, which is the senior youth members within the system. Patrol leader, again, a youth member role, and assistant patrol leader. We are currently working at adding an adult leader to the duty as well. So currently, we would advise you to assign adult leaders as unit leaders until such time in which there is an adult leader drop-down option available. Patrol, This relies on the patrols being created in the patrols tab. So if we were back here, for example, in the patrols tab, so make sure that you have created patrols, and we'll go through that shortly. Back in the Scout, so patrol unit council, please assign all adults and youth members that are part of the unit council to the unit council, as these members have some additional functionality like ability to fully organise, plan activity events, and as well as being part of the approvals group. So when a youth member submits a component of an award or an award, that will be sent to the unit council for approval. So make sure all adult leaders and youth members that need to be, so we would suggest obviously patrol leaders, assistant patrol leaders, unit leaders, anyone else that the unit deems fit to be on the unit council, make sure you assign them that in the unit table. You have the same ability to sort this table through a few different options. Like I said before, I prefer that date of birth, so you can swap it around like so. You've still got the drop down, all 5, 10, however many you would like to view at a time. Slide bar. Scroll to different pages. A whole bunch of different options here available for you. So what you want to do here, just having a look at there. If you are yet to set up your group in Scouts Terrain, make sure that you go through and actually do the import data for every single youth member. If their data has not been imported, so either from Pioneer Tracker, regardless of, I suppose, irrespective of whether you use Pioneer Tracker, but you are on the new program, so mapping that achievement across, and or whether you're mapping right now from old program into our current program, make sure you go through and actually import the data for the youth members. If they log in and the data hasn't been imported, then they won't be able to see and interact with the system. Likewise, if you select the not required button, then that youth member's achievements won't be able to be completely manually entered. So things like program events at present can't be backdated. So we would strongly suggest you make sure you do the data import. Not required is more for either adult leaders. So we want to make sure all of our adult leaders select not required against their names, unless they're a Rover Scout, and that Rover Scout will need to do, or their unit leader will need to do the data import before they actually gain access then as well as a leader, because the import is associated with your membership number, not your role allocation up here. And then we also want to make sure that not required might be selected for members that are just joining the organisation, youth members that are joining the organisation that are unlikely to have any achievement. So, you know, if they're joining partway through, you probably want to say in the import that a milestone, you know, 1 might not be required, or likewise, if they're joining from Scouts and up, we'd suggest going through and benchmarking their outdoor adventure skills. But for this particular time, this is adult leaders and or youth members new to the organisation. Remove, what does remove mean? It doesn't mean that you're removing them from the organisation from this table. They're still very much going to be within your group. So, you know, if that's your aim, you need to go through your branch process of resigning a member. However, this is more about removing them from this particular unit in terms of management at this time. So again, if you press the remove on the individual, they will fall back within the standard group table until such time in which they are assigned to another unit. It is important to make sure that members that are parts of a unit are assigned to a unit and not just sitting in the group table. Why do I say that? Because their program view and their ability to engage in the programming calendar function relies on them being part of a unit. So let's just say that, I don't know, Joe Blogs is sitting in the group table, but he's not in the unit table. He goes to enter a program event. He's not going to be able to select it's for a unit or a patrol because he's not assigned to a unit or a patrol. So make sure that you're assigning members to units, or you can assign them to multiple units. I'll go through that right now. So let's say we want to add a member to this particular unit. We're going to go up here to our add unit member. We're going to select from the drop down if they're a member of our group currently. So here's all the members that are part of our group currently. Select here. We also have this function which is kind of like the temporary member function. It relies on the person being a member of the organisation already. So that's, you know, through your standard branch process of making them a member. However, this might be good for things like a member is moving from one branch to another, one group to another, you know, all of that sort of stuff. We can actually select or search for members in this system. So if you want to associate, you know, a member, you could put in their branch, their membership number, and select the Find Member button, and that will actually bring up someone. So you want to make sure that you're assigning members that you want to be a part of that unit, as well as, you know, being engaged in that unit's program. Once you've selected everyone that you want to actually add into this unit, a few different people, then you can select add. Members were added, excellent. It's going to take me back to the unit table, and you can see there's a few more members there. So yeah, that's pretty simple. As you can see, it gives you a little note when things have been changed. We'll jump over to our patrol view now. So our patrol view is here, and it's very similar to the other two, especially the units in terms of creating patrols. We would suggest that for this particular function, for the patrols function, you actually list what section it's for in the name. So you might say, I don't know, the Flying Polar Bears, and they're part of the intra unit. You're going to attach them to a unit. Actually, we're just playing in a scout unit. So let's drop venturers so we can go back into scouts and see. Going to save that. So it said it's been assigned. I'm going to jump back over here, back into the unit. And if I select down patrol, I've now got the Flying Polar Bears Scout unit. Okay. So the reason we want to put the name of the section, Scout, Venture Scout, Rover Scout, Joey Scout, Cub Scout, next to the patrol name is so you can actually tell in the list of patrols here which sections it's associated with. Currently, while it won't come up in the drop down in that particular unit if it's not assigned to that unit, it won't show you in this table which section it's assigned to. So just make sure that you're, because it doesn't come up here, we find that for viewability purposes, it's just better to list the section it's associated with in the name. And that way, you know, if sections use similar names and things, it's not going to conflict. You're not going to accidentally delete in this table or rename in this table something that doesn't relate to your section. Same as the unit, you can rename or delete from here. And you can also do the whole all 5, however many you want, different pages, and create patrol. We'll jump over back to group here. What will occur soon, let's just take it back down to 5, is over here on the further scroll in the units and groups table will be a bulk upload feature added, and that will be for outdoor adventure skills. So that will be some of the earlier stages in outdoor adventure skills. Any adult leader will have access to using that bulk upload for outdoor adventure skills, and it will sit in the members table function. Bulk upload for milestones happens through programming. So that happens through the programming screen. So this will be OAS and additional awards as well. All right. Just remember, there are a few different avenues for support. So you can either go down to our support page and view our videos, frequently asked questions. We do have our Facebook user community set up as well. Or you can go to our resources at pr.scouts.com.au, user guides, videos, and our system development sprint updates. We hope this video has been helpful for you, and we look forward to giving you more updates on Scouts terrain. Bye for now.